Ipapatupad na ngayong school year ang K-12 program ng Department of Education sa kabila ng mga hamon na kinakarap nito sa Korte Suprema. Ipinagmalaki ni Pangulong Aquino na sagot ang programa para mapataas ang kalidad ng edukasyon sa ating bansa.
It is possible to even if when you finish senior high school, it's possible to find a job.
Meron tayong failures.
It's difficult to say at this time kasi 3 years pala ang senior high school. But the data shows, and it's very clear, there's a table in the data for the Philippines. No.
Is dynamic, longer, and custom.
And experimental.
K-12 supports the preservation of our mother tongue languages.
K-12 provides quality education for the Filipino learners.
For me, K-12 allows me to work after I graduate grade 12 without taking up college anymore.
K-12 is a burden.
The K-12 is a curriculum under the Department of Education. It covers kindergarten, primary, junior high school, and senior high school. The senior high school is composed of 4 tracks: academics, arts and design, technical vocational livelihood, and sports. The academic track has 4 strands: ABM, UMS, STEM, and GAS. The Arts and Design track prepares students as they wander around the design, performative, and creative industry. The Technical Vocational Livelihood track has 4 strands: HE, ICT, Agri-Fishery, and Industrial Arts. The sports track aims to give an understanding of the basic principles and techniques in relation to physical education and recreation.
According to Peter Oliva's 10 actions for curriculum designers, curriculum change is inevitable, necessary, and desirable. The curriculum reform in the education system in the country is essential for curriculum designers and implementers, such as teachers, to respond to the changes that occur in schools and in the educational context. Now, let us consider the strengths or advantages of the implementation of the K-12 curriculum.
Preparedness for tertiary learning. According to DepEd, this would be an advantage to the young adults venturing out into the professional world because they would be much more equipped to deal with the higher level of learning as they enter college. Fosters gainful employment and entrepreneurship. Unlike the previous education system, K-12 offers more opportunities for employment and entrepreneurship. Graduates of the new system can instantly get a job after they receive certificates and passing competency-based assessments. Learner-centered curriculum. K-12 as a student-centered curriculum can influence students to take a more active role in the learning process compared to the traditional approach of the previous curriculum. Spiral progression. With K-12, teaching is now more integrative and multidisciplinary. The teacher starts with the most basic and simple concepts, and the same concepts are developed from grade level to the next, increasing level of complexity and sophistication. Fewer grading system components and a new transmutation table. Unlike the KPUP in the previous curriculum, the new K-12 grading system has 60 as minimum grade but will have a converted rating of 75 in the report card. Since the new grading system also used fewer components and launched a new transmutation table, it makes it simpler for teachers to compute grades. Outcomes-based education. Based on the lesson and curriculum development reforms and enhancement, one of the great benefits of outcomes-based education is that it makes students aware of what they should be learning, why they're learning it, what they're actually learning, and what they should do when they're learning. All of this will conclude with the achieved learning outcomes.
It is no secret that the K-12 program was not and is still not fully welcomed and embraced by many education stakeholders due to the number of challenges it brings. Even prior to its implementation, many have already spoken up against the reformed system of basic education. For instance, former Senator Antonio Trillanes IV firmly believed that the country was unprepared for K-12 due to the lack of resources, tools, and classrooms, among many other things. Vencer Crisostomo, president of Progressive Youth Group Anakbayan, asserted that the additional years will only mean additional burden to parents and students who were already struggling even with the then 10-year program. Lack of preparation and professional development. Upon its implementation, the program's weaknesses have only been highlighted further. Moreover, in the former curriculum, physics majors are only expected to teach physics, and biology majors biology. However, in the K-12 curriculum, the science teacher is expected to teach all science areas. Excessive academic load for students. For elementary school, there is a reduction in both languages and mathematics of about 10% in instructional time. For secondary school, the reduction is even greater. Science, for example, experiences a 33% reduction. The reduction of instructional hours in elementary and high school could only mean catching up in senior high school. Hence, the excessive academic load for students, particularly senior high school students. Poor performance in international assessments. The Philippines ranked lowest in reading comprehension and second lowest in science and mathematics among 79 countries in the 2018 Program for International Student Assessment. Similarly, the country ranked last among the 58 countries who took part in Trends in International Mathematics and Science Study in 2019. According to ACT Teachers Representative Franz Castro, this is the outcome of curriculum congestion, which compromises adequate teaching time and students' deeper understanding. She claims that the Philippines' overall poor performance marks the failure of DepEd's K-12 program.
The K-12 curriculum was designed and planned appropriately, however, the implementation was not well. The newly implemented curriculum in the year 2013 has brought challenges for both learners and the teachers. The assessments that will be taken by our senior high school students must focus more on developing their skills that they can use in the real-life scenario on a real-life setting. The government needs to ensure that each school under Department of Education must have excellent school facilities to ensure and foster student learning. In addition, the government must have at least or must supply learning materials and teaching references to ensure that the effectivity of learning will happen. The teaching personnel that will be teaching senior high school subjects must be aligned with their expertise, and they need to undergo rigid training to make sure and to enhance their skills since they have been teaching in the old curriculum.